Beloveds, we are everywhere and we are nowhere simultaneously. The logical mind will say, how is that possible? When you come to realize that all is one, there is nothing that defines one other than the oneness. What currently defines you as what you conceive yourself to be as a body or as a hand is the space that occupies the no hand next to it that defines the thumb, for instance. What defines the thumb? It is not the skin, the flesh, the bone, the blood, the nerves. It is what is not thumb. So in essence, everything exists and does not exist. Every thought that you think does indeed manifest, and yet at the same time, is it real or is it something that you were dreaming? Is it something that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt is the way that things are, the judgments that you have made, the decisions that you have made? This is the way that it is. It could not possibly be any other way. Or is it just a dream, but a dream that still seems so real? And what happens when you wake from the dream? You think about the dream for a moment, you realize that there must have been a dream. And then you let it go and you move on to the next thing that you become present to, that you become aware of. But does that really exist? These are the questions, beloved, that we would ask you to ponder. These are the densities that seem ephemeral at the same time. These are the ways in which you are questioning, do I turn to the right? Do I turn to the left? Can you allow yourself to split and go in both directions at once? Can you allow yourself to go in 4 directions at once? How about 6 or 8? Then you would understand that of Christed consciousness. For Christed consciousness is all simultaneously, and yet nothing simultaneously. Allow yourself to ponder this, beloveds, and you will begin to understand the key of what it is to be able to say that I and the Father are one. For if you and the Father are one, then you are the living manifestation, as I am a living manifestation of what it is to be a Christed consciousness. And if you are willing to wake into the reality of that I stand before you, that I stand behind you, that I stand to the side of you, that there is nowhere that you are that I am not, there is nowhere that I am that you are not, you will truly come to understand what it means to live within the Christed consciousness. Let your breath lead you there, beloveds. Your breath is like the invitation to invite light in. Understand that your reality has been made up of places where you have denied yourself, where you have denied and said, this is not me, that is not me. I am not that tree, I am not that house. I am not that boss, I am not that husband, I am not that child. I am not that body. I am not that war. I am not that murder. I am not that rape. I am not that genocide. Beloved, none of it means anything except for the meaning that you have given it to it. Let us go back to the early lessons. If nothing I see means anything, then what does it mean? It does not mean anything, beloveds. You are the very breath of God. Therefore, you are God. Are these words that are popular with people who would rather disavow their own power and place it in an object or a being that is outside of them? Beloveds, all that has ever been asked of you is to awaken to the fact that your so-called existence has been made up of decisions that you have made along the way. And you can unmake these realities and unmake these existences by changing your mind and by coming to the shore and certain knowledge that there is one truth and one truth only, that I and the Father are one. And therefore, whatever you do manifests as an aspect of reality. Very simple. And it can be as complicated as you decide to make it. But understand, beloveds, that it all exists and none of it exists simultaneously. For in the blink of an eye, can bring yourself back to the consciousness of knowing that none of it is real. It does not mean that it does not hurt when someone punches you in the nose. It just means that you have invited that circumstance to you. You have invited every thought that you have had to you because you are a creator God. You are the one sitting in your seat, the one listening to these words. You have created and made manifest everything that is in your existence. Let yourself wonder, how did you do that? How did I manifest all of this? Enjoy that inquiry, beloveds. When you want assistance, ask. I love you, and I will speak with you again.